Hi, everybody. How you doing? Good morning. Happy Thursday. Welcome to, I guess, the send-off for our current vanilla season, which has been very fun and very cozy, and I kind of feel might be ending abruptly, if that makes sense. Like, sometimes we do a kind of a build-up to the end of a season, and I do a better job of communicating when it's going to happen. And on 9 o'clock, we have finished collecting all of the things. Absolutely everything has been taken and put away. I'm going to just move my hat there ever so slightly. Where is that? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Yeah, and so we collected all the things. We moved all the things. And then I realized that I was completely out of juice. I had run out of steam. I had bitten off more than I can chew. And rather than grind and stop having fun, I was just like, you know what? That's okay. I have done the coolest build I have ever done, quite possibly in all of the years that I've been playing Minecraft, and that's good enough, you know? And so what I want to do is I want to spend the next, I don't know, 90 minutes or so just exploring, just looking at all the things that we've done, feeling good about what we've accomplished, and then giving it a little goodbye, you know? Real quick, got a couple subs. Mr. Forcible, thank you so much for 31 months. I love your appearance on Elder Dragon Hijinks. It was so much fun, especially the Ian Malcolm deck you built. Thank you so much, friend. Fisher, thank you for the 59. Rip Vanilla Season, welcome Chocolate Season. I mean, I suppose happy winter solstice, you know? Happy darkest day of the year to those of you in the north. The Wormbow, thank you for the full stack, the 64 months. Appreciate it, friend. So unfortunately, we're going to log in the museum. So don't look. Don't look. Don't look. We're going to go elsewhere. And then, yeah, if you've got any questions, if you've got any favorite moments, feel free to bring them up, because where I want to start is probably at spawn. Okay, you can look now. Thank you. Sorry. This has been fun. This has been neat. This has been a big, big, big build and world for a very long time. Jealous of your winter. It's had our coldest day in weeks with a low of 18 degrees Celsius. Dang. So I realize the town right now isn't necessarily... Let's just patch you up there a little bit, buddy. There you go. This isn't necessarily something that we were working on as part 2 of this vanilla season, but it is kind of a neat little area. This is the first time we had a proper little like shopping district on a server, and this was great. I mean, when the server first launched in, I think we launched it with 1.19. There's a lot more activity. There's myself, there was Dan, there was Erica. Jason was on here. I believe that was Jason. Joe Kim and I made this shop. Of course, James and Erica had the Punch a Chunk store. James made the $1 store for all just the random junk he had. I'm bad at mentally putting time on a timeline. What was the start of this year? Of 2023? Man, so hold on. Do we have like an explain Minecraft command? No, I don't know. There's a command somewhere that has all of the dates and stuff like that. I don't even know this whole year either. Yeah, because this server is kind of 2 bits, right? This server had 2 stories: the original vanilla season, and then the kickoff of the second part of the season, which included the museum. And I don't really know how to separate them. Oh, here's Joe's little creeper farm. This right here. Oh, right. And the skeleton. Yeah, chat the backseater. All of Joe's hard work. Oh, wow. This thing is really producing. Good job, Jojo. Ooh, she expanded it too. This is how she provided fireworks to everybody and became the richest person on the server. Good job, sweetie. But yeah, some builds that I'm proud of in particular. We had our bookshop, heavily inspired by Looky at My Bookie, which was a Season 7 Hermitcraft build, I believe. Hey, Jason! A shame for not coming back and finishing my hanging gardens. What's up, buddy? I mean, how far did you get? Let's go take a look at that. Hey, I mean, we can't talk about not finishing projects. So Jason, which way was he? Where was Jason? Oh no, Jason isn't on the Nether Road here, is he? James Surge Uno. Slime Farm. I think if we go to Erica's base and follow the path, we get there. You don't even remember? No, this is you. This is you. Yeah. Morning, Rach. We're just getting started. So we've got Jason's copper art over here. And then this is Jason's build, and Jason is a mega builder. I like that he made a little observation blimp up here. Like, look at the size and the scale of this thing, right? I mean, I love all the framing. This would have been epic. I mean, it still is epic, right? One of the things I really like about Jason's builds is the use of path and like very clear lines. I mean, that's so nice too. Oh, is this going to be a beacon all the way up? Oh, it is a beacon. Well, that answers that. And then little bit of a starter base town over here too. Is it the water temple from Zelda? I believe it was. So Jason likes to build ancient world wonders, like the Library of Alexandria, as well as he made a giant lighthouse before. And so the goal for this one was going to be to try and do the Hanging Gardens of Babylonia. But alas, life and work got in the way. You don't know the geography. It goes Poland, Czechoslovakia, Holland, Venezuela, Africa, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, and then Switzerland. What are you referencing? All right. So just one last time. I know we didn't really work on it too much this season, but I need to show it off because I'm still unbelievably proud of this. This is our big Dwarven Keep, right? Like, look at this place. So this is where I was as a builder. I want to say like four seasons ago. And I'm pretty happy with this, but I can see how much I've improved. Morning, Mr. Sean Wick. It's an old Susie Izzard sketch. I absolutely love this throne room. But again, this is another scenario where I think if I were to build this today, it would have been different. Also, we never did quite finish it. You can see some unfinished details in the ceiling in places. Like, I would have probably added a further layer of detail and maybe a light in the center. But one of my favorite effects, this is based off of the throne room from Hero, the Jet Li movie, by the way. So we had a light behind the throne, made out of netherite blocks, I might add. And we've got a light source behind it, and we've got glass panes to make it look like there's kind of a beam of light coming on it. The idea was to try and do something similar. Oh, where's an image? Yeah, like when they walk up, the throne is somehow, oops, is that not going to take me where I want to go? The throne is somehow like backlit to make it look like it's glowing with a bunch of candles there. That was the inspiration. I remember when you were working on that chandelier, I was building my underground sun that would turn on and off when the sun was out. Amazing. Yeah, like little stuff. Like I never did this. I never put the beacons away or centered the beacons. It's fine. It's fine. A room that we did use a ton, because oh boy, did we need to smelt stuff, was down here in the smeltery. I loved this room. And this is a room where, again, I could have used a little bit more details. But the gantry and the little lava bucket for the lava farm, oh my god. And the double super smelters. I can't even imagine how many things went through these. Actually, wait, this might be kind of fun. Wonder how many levels I got from that. All right, so I'm at level 39. I don't know how many levels that is. Just trying to show how much experience is in these furnaces, right? I think less is more here. It fits the industrial nature. I don't know. I think of the great builders. Like Good Times with Scar. And I know he'd put like pipes up the walls or like BOO as well. Like there's ways that you can make it feel industrial. There'd probably be like pipes or vents, or maybe we've got the little lava chutes on the side there. Again, huge shout out to Nat 1021 and the kids for the lava canal. Like there'd be little pipes that'd be adding more lava into the walls or something like that. Maybe a little bit more depth. Like it works, and I love the textured walls. But there's one more level of detail that would just make it pop just a little bit more. Where are the Striders? They're under the bridge. Yeah. They're still there. We checked them the other day. Shout out to James for the Strider delivery. So an area that I built after the forge that I think I did a slightly better job decorating, and I haven't shown this off in probably 18 months. This is where we wrapped up the final vanilla season. We're starting to make extra rooms and stuff. Was the brewery. Hey, Nibbles. Thank you so much for the $10 donut. I don't have anything clever to say. Just take my money. Thank you, friend. Like you could see here, just like, I don't think I quite nailed it, but just trying to add like a little bit of life with some pipes off the side. Oh, right. I made a herringbone. Amazing. Little storage room down here. Just like trying to tell a story through stuff. Little shelves are cute. Oh my god. Right. And the apiary? Oh, I forgot about this. Wow. Yeah, so this is the room where they harvest the glowberries that they turn into their dwarven mead. No James is allowed. I think we did that during construction. Yeah. All right, let's talk about stuff specific to this season. Season is such a weird word. To the vanilla build. Oh man, I can't forget about this. Oh, I loved this. This was my starter base. You thought an apiary was for bees. Wait, you're probably right. What am I thinking? An apiary is for bees. A meadery is... Because mead is like honey and booze. Maybe a vineyard, topiary, something like that. Yeah. Hey, the POV, thank you for 58 months. Happy holidays to you as well. Yeah, this was our starting base. I'm like, again, just in terms of scope and detail and location, this still feels to me like the perfect base. Isn't it so cute? That's a really good looking starter base. Thank you. So the only thing that this didn't have, it had none storage. All of my storage was crammed into a bunch of shame chests that were actually stacked right here. Yeah, that was it. But all of these trees are handmade. And then we made like a little furnace area at the back here. Little flex lodestone. Oh my god, yeah. The James Turner diorite box that chat didn't spoil for 9 months. Legendary. Right. Ooh. Oh, right. You know what? Let's listen to a relic for old time's sake. This is the new track added in 1.20, by the way, with archaeology. If you hadn't heard it before. I think my only critique of this song is I don't love the fuzzy distortion on it. I don't know, I'm not a music person, I don't know how to describe that, but there's like a fuzzy quality to it. Otherwise, no notes. Is the quality of a played vinyl with dust or a stretched tape? Interesting. I always thought vinyl was very, very clean, but I guess when it goes bad, it gets a little scratchy. It's like the real music nerds love their vinyl, right? Looking at James. Yay. All right. So one of the first things I did when we returned to the server and we started talking about the museum is we made this farm for no real reason other than I just wanted to have it. This farm makes me, how much? Oh, got lots of room. This farm makes me so happy. If you haven't watched this thing in action before, buckle up. I think I hit that button. Boop. Oh my God. Sometimes you just need to make a farm because you can. Look at how cool this is. Right? Oh. Who pulled that lever? Oh my God. Somebody flicked a lever on this and I don't know why. I'm going to blame James. I bet you James showed up for some reason and just like touched a lever. And I have no idea why. We'll pay for this. I think I can fix it though. Wait, this is going to be... Ugh. Why do we even have that lever? No kidding. Can we please, please, please? Hello? I did it. I fixed it. So this thing is amazing. And then what happens is the mine carts come back up and then they get smashed and they drop everything in here. And then all of that gets put into the storage system. Kudos to the design that's easily fixed when broken like that. Well, I mean, it's just a lever that was flushed. I mean, I don't know. I'm proud of myself to be able to diagnose it so quickly. And then another thing that we made was I've never made one of these on stream before. It's my first time ever making a TNT duping exploding tree farm. Very cool, extremely necessary. This and this were two farms that I like mega needed to build a museum. This was for birch and this was just for generic wood for chests and stuff like that. Oh my God, bamboo is a game changer. This was another very cool farm we made. This was a combination wheat farm and bee farm. So the way the mechanic of this farm works is bees will always travel to flowers and they go back and forth from their nest. And then when they've got pollen, when they pollinate, hold on, let's see if we can get, there you go. When they're all covered in pollen like that one, you can see they have a little drippy drippy. And that works like free bone meal. It accelerates the rate that crops grow. And then we have two villagers in here. And if you get villagers and you fill their inventory, normally if they go to pick up wheat, they turn it into bread. But if their inventory is full, what will happen is they'll pick it up and they'll drop the wheat. And then underneath it is we've got a hopper minecart that's running back and forth, grabbing everything. And that all delivers to over here. where we've got seeds and wheat, and this has been super important for all the mud and brick that we used for the museum. And then, of course, we've got auto shears for all the copper that we had to do. So this was like a 3-in-1 farm. 3 things necessary for endgame Minecraft: iron farm, tree, bamboo farm, and villagers. I would argue the endgame essentials are gunpowder for rockets. Yeah, you need rockets, villagers, piglin trading, and now bamboo. That will give you everything you need. And of course, the most powerful farm I ever made was this one. It's so luxurious. Coffee? Morning, Yalk. This was just a TNT breaking machine. You like that the process of the wheat farm involves actual farmers farming the wheat? It's kind of neat. Like, villagers, for how frustrating they are to work with, are unbelievably powerful. And I suppose in 1.21, it's going to be really interesting to get started with the villager rework, which I haven't played with yet. People say piglins are important, but I don't see a lot of people bothering to turn it into a farm these days. It depends what you want to do. If you're doing large-scale concrete building, I mean, unlimited gravel is huge. I guess maybe piglin bartering isn't an essential, but it's very close. It just unlocks so many blocks. Like, if you take a look at the resources that piglin trading gives you, it's wild, right? All right, let's check out some other builds that exist on this world that we haven't visited in a while. How many of you remember this build? Wait, where is it? Oh, it's over here. At one point on this server, we made a quad chunk slime farm. Look at it. This isn't even as big as it could have been. We kind of tapped out at some point. Like, I don't believe it goes all the way to bedrock. But yeah, this is a farm. It goes pretty dang deep. I mean, we got fairly solidly into deep slate. So yeah, slime spawn. They see the iron golems. They path to the center. And then we have, they go to jump towards the slimes. Pardon me. They go to jump towards the iron golems. They stand on the magma. They get cooked. And we've got a bunch of hopper mine carts underneath picking everything up. And then we decided to go with just pure back and forth mine carts, because mine carts. So we've got little water stream unloader over here. Oh, sorry. That's really pretty. That pillar in the middle there. And they come over to here. And then one of the things I love about this is it goes into a water column in the center. Wait, where does it go? Right, it goes to here into a water elevator, and then all of the slime balls float up to the very, very top and just kind of shoot up. I don't know. I thought that was just kind of a fun, like, yeah, look at that. You can see when it's working because the slime rockets up. Isn't that neat? I don't know. Just add a little, sometimes it's important to add a little whimsy, right? Have a little bit of fun with what you're doing. How much slime is there? We haven't AFK'd it for a while. It's no Mumbo slime farm. That's fair. I think this thing is just emptied constantly. So Like nobody's done a big AFK at it. What was that? 19 slime balls. There you go. Okay. 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 Well, I guess it hasn't been fully emptied. Mumbo Slime Farm did nothing yet somehow also revolutionized slime farms. It'd be really cool to make one of those. You need a bunch of mushrooms? We'll learn if I want to do that. Yeah, very cool. All right. Let's start talking about the major projects. And we can't talk about it without first looking at the starter build. And I think this really, other than a couple of the farms, because I hadn't really found my stride yet, I think this really started to revolutionize. Not revolutionize, started to give some momentum to what we were working on here. Right? Have we visited Erica's or James's bases? No, I'm not doing a full server tour. I'm mostly just checking out what I did. I mean, the other streamers can show off their stuff. I've also only got so much time today. That being said, Jason was in chat, which is why we stopped by Jason's. Look at this. I'm really, really proud of this little build. This is so cute. Now, I don't remember exactly who to credit. I know Joe wrote it down in the YouTube VODs. But this was inspired off an Instagram post. And then we changed the color palette and a little bit of the dimensions. But yeah, we just found an image and then tried to do our take on something like this. And would you call this like a Tudor style house? But yeah, the transition of blocks from level 1 to level 2 is great. And I would love to get more comfortable as a builder to do stuff like this, just kind of freestyle. Hey, Camping Viking, thank you for using your Prime here. And congratulations on the quarter year. Evil Clock, oh my God, the 60. I believe that gets you the Rainbow Bean. Enjoy, friend. Yeah, just so much detail here. Like a weird little thing that you probably don't care about. I love this retaining wall. Like, I think this wall and how it transitions from the grass and the moss into the tuff, I think that does a lot of work. And yeah, the work that the sort of gradient does of moss into tuff. Like, look at this new palette. Moss, cobbled moss, or yeah, mossy cobble or whatever. Tough stone. It's a very good wall. Thank you. You would call this a legally distinct post-medieval dwelling or cottagecore? Call this mock Tudor. And then I realized it'd just be block Tudor. Amazing, Alness. This is the most beautiful yet unused building. We use this a lot. Okay, so some hilarious things. Oh, wait, but first, let's walk through this. Like, this is cute, right? This little arch. And I mean, speaking of this little arch, there's a builder. I just want to share another little bit of inspiration I have. And I'm pretty sure I talk about him all the time. But B000100, huge inspiration for me all the time. And he started a new series, I think this year, maybe it's a little bit older, called Building with B00. This is the premiere 90-minute episode. And the starter base he built here, where is it? So this is the starter base he made. This is the first build he did. Also has that little walk-through arch thingy. Like right there. And again, I see these shapes and I get so inspired. And I just think to myself, like, man, right? Like, I love it. I love it. And this is, he would look back at this and be like, oh yeah, he's come so far as a builder since then. Those walls, they're so plain. Yeah, right. All right. Another thing that never got used. I love this little side door. And then look how bare it is now. This used to hold every single item in Minecraft. Now it's so empty. Just little signs of what used to be. We had a little crawl space up there. I actually really like that detail too, just leaving that open. But yeah, I love the block palette that I incorporated for the interior. Spruce, dark oak, stripped spruce, and the mud blocks. This is something I got from watching a lot of Pearlescent Moon. The note blocks, the trapdoors underneath. Beautiful little detail, right? And then I'm proud of this little staircase, and we have the upstairs. So this is something else I've been trying to work and get a little bit better at, is just like interior decorating, right? How do you add some details? How do you make a space feel alive? And absolutely hilarious. We made this beautiful house. We stored everything, and we spent hours and hours and hours in this stupid little cave. I didn't make us a workshop. No, I sure didn't. This is where we worked. And it would be James standing here with the spreadsheet open, Uno in the corner, and then me running back and forth. Crafting, chest, crafting. Oh my God. Ridiculous. It worked, but man, I don't know. This workshop would have made so much more sense if it was in the basement, but no dice, right? Or anything else? I don't know. I feel like once again, I was kind of rushing when we finished this. If anything, I think one thing I got wrong is, also, I think structurally it would have made more sense for that crossbeam to go to there. That's weird. Just noticing now, I think that definitely should have gone across. Whatever. Not fixing that. Yeah, like we never finished the portal. I feel like I started building this for 9 o'clock, and then like I literally had to finish this while James and like I had to do the interior on 9 o'clock because I couldn't get it done in time. And that might be the story of this whole sort of mini season is project management, failures of project management, not having a good understanding of scope. I definitely felt like I was kind of rushing this whole time. That's okay. Just something to learn for the future. I guess the reason there's a little bit of rushing is we had this external, I don't want to say constraint. The timeline wasn't just internal because we also had like 9 o'clock and stuff like that. How long did collect all the things take? All of 2023? No, we started in June. And I think it was 40 months. Let's find out. So I think there's the loading ready run wiki, right? So can we find, it was 21 episodes. Where do we find that? Streams, 9 o'clock. List of episodes. There you go. Minecraft collect all the things. Minecraft through the ages. Okay, so we started episode 0, June 6th. So it took about 6 months. Now, mind you, there were breaks, there were interruptions, there was desert bus. So yeah, episode 20, but there's also an episode 0. All right. Something that I want to show is the creative world. Oh, and I guess we get to stick around with this, which is kind of fun. Welcome to my creative test world. It shows even the previous vanilla season, the teardrop. This is where we were designing the elevator. I'm actually really proud of this redstone process, because what I did is I built it from following a tutorial. And then what I did is, where is it? We made like an uncompressed version of it or something like that, so we could test out all the different components and just like learned what worked, like color coordinating the different circuits so I could learn how those all worked. This was fun. This was a fun project. I made the elevator for myself and also for James. And then, yeah, we also did little test versions of the chimes. So that one is for James. It says back to the pit every time. Anyways. Oh, right. This is the design for the slime farm elevator. No idea what that was. All right, let's start talking about the museum. So this is how the museum started. Was wireframing and counting. So this is the first version we had, which was smaller. And we looked at this. My God, we should have made it smaller. We looked at this and we thought, nah, not big enough. You absolute melon. You fool. God, how much easier would it have been if I'd done that scale? And then we're like, all right, what if we did it with the windows 3 wide? That would have been a nightmare. Well, that would have helped other things, but yeah. This is where the mistakes began. And then finally we decided on this scale. So hold on. 9 by 16 by 9. 7 by 13 by 7. Do we make it 40% bigger? No. How much bigger is 9 by 16 by 9 compared to 7? I guess calculator? I don't know. How do we do this math? That's not, you don't do a volume off of it. I don't know. So one is 637 and the other is 1296? I don't know. I have no idea. It's amazing how even when you just make it like 1 or 2 blocks bigger, it, at a large enough scale, has a multiplying effect on how much larger it is. And then, yeah, it turned into this. It's 26% larger? Ow. Whale, the armor stands. So about doubled in volume for about 30 to 40% in each dimension. Sounds about right? Yeah. Whereas moose, well, not in this one. So this was really neat. Like the whole process of experimenting with the palette. We did a lot of little experimentation out here too. So for example, when we were trying to figure out the dimensions, right? We did little mock-ups of trying to figure it out. We started trying to space out, like, okay, when we make the hallway, what are the dimensions of the hallway going to be? How are we going to decorate the hallway? What are the pillars going to look like? Music in here is always so loud. Like each little component we did, we learned about shadows. Oh my god, shadows. Yeah, this was the shadow test, the shadow demonstration. What's the difference between the left side and the right side, Twitch chat? Turns out, yeah, light comes through if it's just slabs, whereas if it's solid blocks, it casts a shadow. So you can add some really interesting depth and shadow effects by alternating between slabs and solid blocks for a staircase of this scale. Wild, eh? All right, pardon me for 1 second. I'm very quickly using the washroom. I'll be right back. Hello. You know one thing that we never did that we really should do? We never actually took a map of museum but done So, before the land. Step 2, the land somewhat leveled. You can see the beacons. Step 3, the land leveled and terraformed. Step 4, the copper field. Step 5, we did the first silhouette of the front of the build. 5. Step 6, you can see the entire front facade is done. And then, yeah, the next one's going to be pretty big. So let's... I think that'd be kind of fun. Now draw the rest of the building. Yeah, a couple people with the now finish the owl energy. Yeah, you're not wrong. So, I mean, I'm going to be honest. It just, as fun as it was documenting the whole process, this is where I started to understand that I might have bitten off more than I could chew. And I just started trying to just like, not, I don't want to say like race to get it done, but start documenting it less, right? Just be like, okay, no, just work, Jaeger. Just work, you know? Trying to focus a little more. Yeah, for sure. All right, let's see exactly how far forward in time that we jump. So obviously, big thing is going to be that the whole silhouette is done. But also, I'm really curious how much further back we had to move the earth, you know? All right, we put that there. Now I have to do maps. Just like software, the docs get descoped first. Yeah. All right, so let's start with this map. And I want to get myself nice and centered on it. Okay. All right, so we're here. And then I need 9 of these. And then I go this way. And then I go this way. Oh. Documentation falling to the wayside because of time constraints. This is way too close to your day job. Apologies. Apologies. All right. So now we're here. Go this way. Wait, there's an empty corner still. Got there. Do I have view bob on? What is happening here? I feel like maybe the character moves, but not the screen. Good, good. Good, good. Okay, now we go this way. I need to make an indoor map. I hate to tell you this, but Minecraft doesn't work that way, you know? There is no indoor map. I mean, a really cool idea that actually Joe mentioned. You know how we're like trying to get around inside of the museum and like it's super hard to find where to go and there's no arrows or stuff like that? I mean, if we did the custom map thing where like we made maps, this is way too intense. Where like if we made maps and then like put up arrows or, you know, walkways, signage, yeah. Oh, just simply shave off the layers? Okay, perfect. That won't make me die a little. No, you know what we could do, actually? It'd be kind of funny, is if we had like a creative version of this world, and yeah, just delete off the top so you get a footprint of the exhibits. That'd be kind of neat. But it'd be very difficult to do. All right, I need glass panes. Happen to have exactly 9 there. Good. So we're locking them all just in case. Hey, what's up, Dalaran? Thank you so much for 39 months. That's 3 13s, and that's terrible. Hey, 13 is my lucky number. Bam. And now the sun is setting. Just build an exact replica somewhere else. Just the way that YouTubers 3D print builds for time lapses work that way. Well, that's using what we used, which was Lightmatica. And if you watch the first couple streams where we're building this, you could see just how long it took. Man. All right. So, before, after. Man, so the speaking of not measuring stuff properly, the hill cliff used to line up basically with the top of the dome. And then we had to move it another, because I think those beacons moved. Yeah. Yeah, the beacons moved. Because the beacons would have been where that was. How big is that? Just to show the scale here. So the beacons were here. So the beacons moved about 16 blocks. Oh yeah, you can see where the grass was. So we miscounted by about 40 blocks. I really want to pull this all up and replace it with grass. Nope. Nope, I can't. I can't. Right? I look at all the work that's there. So with this whole build, I want to say it's about, I don't even know, 90% done? Which is already like an unreal amount. But it's amazing because like I still see the things that we're missing. So something I wish we could have gotten to was landscaping the front, right? Because a build never feels done until it's put in the earth that like lines up with it. If that, I don't think that's a great way of phrasing that. All right, hold on. So we're here. And that's the inspiration art. Specifically that center section. So one of the things that we would have needed to do is I would have needed to actually taken all of that grass and knocked it down a level and built sort of like a retaining wall here. Yeah. Serge, I love how you say I do mega builds when this is the same size as the Hanging Gardens project. Yes? You do very, very big builds. Slime fountain in the front, man. Man, it would have been good. So I had an idea for it too. You can do like this really cool, it feels like a very bougie lawn where you actually do stripes and you do like grass, moss, grass, moss. I don't think there's any flowers or planters or anything, but yeah, what we would have done is we would have had to extend the grass out. Man, this thing was so much bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought I overmeasured and it ended up being too small. But probably around here, we would have had a big retaining wall. Maybe not that far, actually. What am I looking at? I need an overhead shot. Yeah, you can see how there's the walkway there, right? A little bit of grass and it like gets around to places. This is how we designed the whole thing, by the way. Aha! There you go. Yeah, the staircase comes down about the same length as the staircase. We do a big walkway with like gardens on the inside there, right? And then a path and some flower gardens. So that's the shot we would have needed. So that'd have been fun. That'd have been like, I don't know, we could have done that in a day. Is it too late to raise the block by a build? I mean, luckily, we had lots of room underneath to drop the earth. Like, we can go down. Going down is easier than going up. All right? I just think it's so funny that we did all that planning, and yet... I mean, it wasn't off by one. I mean, based on that one stair view, we probably would have had to drop it by, what, 3? How many stairs is that? 4 stairs? 2 blocks. It was off by 2. I'm safe. And then, of course, we have the interior. Well, actually, let's do a full flyby here. Because I even did the back. This was not just a facade. Yeah. And then here's the full interior. So I suppose the first thing to show off... Oh! Employees only. That's really bright. Is that how they all look? Every time you fly around a museum, I'm amazed again about how great it looks. Thank you. I think that needed to be hit by white dye as well. I'll fix that in just a second. Is that right? Maybe that is right. So there you have it. This is every item in Minecraft. It really doesn't look that impressive once you just put it in here like this. But I love how organized it is. I love how there's the gaps. I love how they're all color coordinated. This is all of the things. Right? Look at it. That's right. Anvils in all the different states. Why is the dragon head not in the end box? We put that in mobs? Some of our categories were, I don't know. A little weird, but that's fine. Yeah, the dragon head is in the mob box. That's fine. Another fun project for later, building the hallways in the basement for admin rooms. What? We don't need admin rooms. I'm the admin. Where the silverfish trying to eat all of the exhibits? Yeah, no kidding, right? But yeah, I love this interior. This interior might be one of the coolest single rooms I have ever made. Like, look at this place. Look at how epic this is. I love the whale skeleton. Is there a break room? What breaks did I take? We made a little ticket counter, and this turned out okay. I mean, it looks like what it is. The back is a little weak, but like, it's just a very functional little build, you know? I like using these new signs as pews. This room looks to be twice the size of your dwarven storage room. Yeah, that seems about right. That's what it looked like before when we started putting scaffolding in. Oh, do I not have a before photo for that? That's too bad. There's some great streams where you could see, you know, the iterative process of scaffolded it out with netherrack and then slowly started adding more details to it. The stained glass windows at the back were great, and I was worried it would feel a little bit churchish, but I think I think overall it came together pretty nicely. Even the supports up top. Yeah, putting the support structure above the windows was a nice call and gives a little bit more purpose to the up top there. When am I going to publish a book about this project? God, that sounds like even more work. All right, let's check out the exhibits. So, how many exhibits did I get done? Great question. Please. We made a little floor plan diagram. And this is how far I got. Little check marks are all the categories that I wanted to get done and what I actually got done. We finished botanical. So of the 16 exhibits, we got 14 done. And then when I thought about the last two, I was just like, can't. I just don't have it in me. And that's okay. I think it's important to know when you have hit a wall like that. It was mostly just like a creative wall. Because like so much detail went into all of these rooms of trying to think of, okay, what is an interesting way to present something? So ores, like great. There's a mine room, right? And then it's not necessarily just like how do you make the room, but how do you present it? And all the variety of different blocks that goes into here, right? Like look how many different blocks are in this room. This is the only, Joe brought a canarian. This is the only animal prop we have in any of them, by the way. Minecraft museums are not meant to be finished. Hicks never finished the Survival Guide 1 museum. That feels pretty good. Just put up yellow cones that say exhibit under construction. Yeah. And then we've got this is basically like the caves. No, stones? What was this category called? Stones. Oh, the music hits just right. You know what? Let's put that away. So this is the most unfinished room. This is what all the rooms started looking like. So this is like step 1, Step 2, I would give a base coat to it, right? And even this is like 9 stacks of block for the floor, 9 stacks of block for the ceiling, and almost a full shulker for the walls. Just for some scale. You love the hallways? Thank you. Yeah, this palette came together really nicely. The calcite with the... What are you called? Lichen on top of blackstone. Made for like a very nice palette. So yeah, this is what the rooms would look like. And then you go up a level. And then, so here's some rooms that I made off camera. This is the Nether exhibit. And, oh no, we left the shulker boxes. Okay, I'll clean that up. I'll clean that up. Oh, that's also supposed to be Nether rack. Whatever. All right. So you walk in through a portal and then you're transported to the Nether exhibit. I put up like fences so people couldn't get anywhere. I never end up putting an ancient debris in here, no. We could leave that up to James if he wants to. Oh, that might be spawnable up there. Oh my god, is it not spawnable? Is it safe? It gets down to a 1 but never a 0? Oh, I'm so good at this game. That was completely accidental, I'd like you to know. Genius, thank you. Oh yeah, by the way, little detail. And then this is the room that we made on 9 o'clock yesterday. And by the way, we showed a little bit of like what it takes to make one exhibit room. Because like, these are all the different shulkers. And then we still needed to run back and forth and grab stuff everywhere, right? This might also be one of the more detail heavy rooms. It's very pretty, huh? Little mangrove tree. Good off by 1. Chat's on the same wavelength. Bravo. This corner's a little bare, but you know, that's all right. All right. Let's do the whole tour and then we'll put stuff away. All right, reset. Then, oh yeah, I made this room off camera too. This is my end room. Isn't this cool? So this is all black concrete. And then it's what's the amethyst glass called? Tinted glass on top. I couldn't do the fog effect because there's a floor underneath. But little details I love. This, the cobble bridge out to it, right? Like how a player gets to their first city. And then little detail. Can I make it to there? No. This is a little cheaty, but like I just buried in the islands. I just buried a torch so that it would be lit up but not visible. Just a fun use of playing with light there. Yeah. And then here's some of the stuff that you could find. This is a room we made together on camera. We've got the aquatic room. So you walk in and then the conduit kicks in. And then we've got, you know, the shipwreck and the coral reef and a little mock-up of the temple. And then I did the aquarium thing where we just built like a faux wall along the back just to give it a backdrop. Feels like the elytra should be behind glass. That's fair. Yeah, I didn't put too much glass in there, but we could. Wait. Do I have my glass box here? One sec. There's no good way to put glass in here. I think it would make this room feel pretty cramped, but I could do it. What up, Mungo? Hold on. What up, Ibora? Good morning, friends. Yeah, the Shulker monster, by the way. Oh, we have some left. Let's go. Where is it? What do you think? Does that please stay back from the exhibit? Does that make it feel better so you still walk in but you don't touch anything? I have to move the dragon head though. There. Yeah, that's better. You like that better? Tell me if this is too much. Better or worse? Hey, Mungo, thank you so much for the 14 months. You didn't know that? Yeah. If you redstone power the dragon head, it goes mar, 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 mar. Also, another really random thing with the dragon. I believe if you wear the dragon head. Oh, I thought you could also make the mouth go up and down. Probably leave a lever behind the wall. Can't. The wall is flush. There is no behind the wall. I mean, I could, but then I'd have to anchor it in a different direction. Like the other option would be to have a lever here, but that's also weird to me. Mouth moves when you walk. Oh my god, it does. Maybe I won't animate it just because the redstone looked, I don't know, the redstone's really loud. I love the animation, but I don't think I have a good clean way to make it work. Stop playing with your exhibits. Sorry. There. All right. Once again. I don't know why, but I just got Jonah Jameson vibes from the head moving. Bring me pictures of the Enderman. Yeah. Powered from below? I don't know. The solid quartz would look bad too. I'm not going to worry about it. No dragon egg? There's only one dragon egg and it's in the exhibit. Tools! So, this is where I started to realize that there are, and this is where I worry about the scope of the room, and maybe if we redesigned it, like, the big exhibits I feel are perfect, right? Like, the immersive exhibits I feel are just the right size. But I feel like there are 4 too many rooms. I feel like stone products, wood products, tool, and armor all could have been 1 room. And mob drops, which I never ended up making. I feel all of those could have been condensed into 1. Just because, like, when you did tools, right, it's just armor stands. And I don't think that's very interesting. You went for realism. Even museums have amazing exhibits and underwhelming exhibits, I guess. But, like, we really had to stretch to find stuff to put in some of these rooms, right? Like, I think tools was fine. This ended up being right. This ended up being just the right size, I guess. The vacant space is realistic. This is where it started to get really challenging for me. Was how do I make these rooms interesting? Because I worry about armor stands and item frames creating a lot of lag. Like, you don't want to just cram stuff into these rooms. And I think we did a good job with what we had. But it got tricky, you know? It got very tricky. Tools could have been interactive. Interactive, again, is difficult to do and difficult to show, right? Because then what you end up doing is you end up putting a bunch of stuff into the room, which isn't actually the room, and it ends up being not about it. So my favorite room of all was ore products. Of course, Minecraft. There's got to be so much stuff in ore products, right? Ore products is literally just copper. That's it. And I can't even show the unwaxed copper because then it would all just look the same. So it's this. And then we're like, I guess levers are 1, right? There's an interactive exhibit over here where you can take this axe and you can wax copper or unwax it. Sorry, you could de-age it. And then this amazing interactive exhibit right here. This is my favorite room. And then a whole bunch more coming in 1.21.0. Right? Something kind of beautiful about the rooms that are less busy. Thank you. Should have done 4 pressure plate trapdoors there. I unironically love the science or product wing of the museum. Thank you. Yeah, and then we've got the villager room, which again, it's exactly what you'd think it would be, right? Back to the pit. The coming soon area and an empty rooms are really realistic. Honestly, it makes me feel... Well, thank you. The setup where you stand on the pressure plates and the doors close around you and you're stuck is a very, like, Minecraft 2012 trap. We typically don't want to trap people. Where are the villagers? This is not a zoo. There are no living exhibits anywhere, with the exception of 1 canary that Joe added. That was a rule we had early on. There's no fish in the water room. There's no villagers in this room. There's no animals in the animal room. This is not a zoo. That just adds a multiplier for difficulty. All right. Now we're coming to the very, very first room I did. The light and color exhibit. I love this room. This room turned out, I think, perfect. Right? Like when you walk in, the way it draws your eye, it pulls it across. The 2 different colors of candles. If you could mix and match candles down here, that'd be interesting. But otherwise, again, like the what's the word I'm looking for? The multiplier in difficulty of having to track down more, like there's already so much variety of block here. You kind of got to find a definition of done at some point. We have the archaeology room. Can I let you in on a little secret for this room? So jungle trees are a giant pain to plant, Wait, did I? I don't think I chopped them. So what I did is I actually planted the trees and then I put a roof on this. And I started to get a little lazy towards the end. Oh, do they go through a roof? I wasn't sure. I planted the trees and then I did it after. The only plant that I know goes through is the nether ones. The nether ones will punch through something. I didn't know jungle trees. I thought jungle trees just wouldn't grow if they had a ceiling. So I did the trees and then I did the roof and I didn't even bother. I was like, I'm just going to leave that as a little Easter egg. So yeah. I really enjoy that. I'm correct. Nether will punch through. Jungle works the way you think. Nice. Let's go. Huge nether fungi are the only ones that ignore obstructions. I'm proud of me. One thing James did is he actually went through and he added some of the... What are these even called? Decorated pots? Decorated pot. Yes. Let's go. So this is the archaeology exhibit. This is obviously not a to scale jungle monument, but you know, it is what it is. Also, I thought this was just like such a nice aesthetic, and I would love to see more of these pots in the jungle temples proper, right? And using the small pot to go with the flower pot to go with the big pot, I thought gave a really nice level of detail for this, huh? Hey, Roygbev, thank you so much for using your Prime here. Almost the quarter year. You unlocked the diamond bean. Thank you, thank you. There should be a plaque somewhere that says not to scale. There'd be a lot of that. I'd have to put that in the underwater monument as well. All right, we've got stone products. This is another one that I did off camera. Stone products was another one that I really struggled with. How do I make this visually interesting? And originally I only had one row and then I brought it up to the ceiling, or I brought it up a little bit higher and made it into a gradient. And I was like, that's kind of nice, you know? And one of the other things, it's a little bit cheaty. Technically, some of these are stones, but not stone products. But what is a stone product other than when you take a stone and you make it into something greater, right? So suddenly, taking stones and making them into a gradient makes them a stone product. Hey, what's up, Stiz? Thank you for the 38. Happy holidays, friends. Excited to see you and other friends in Chicago. Yeah, end of February. The exhibit is the product. Nice. All right, we come into here, and then we've got the stone cutter, right? Showing like various things. So we've got diorite and the products. We've got granite and the products. We show brick. And I thought it was really important to showcase mud as well. And then we did an art piece out of not quite a proper gradient, but still, I thought this was a nice way to show off like different versions of stairs. And then, yeah, behind glass, we've got the sandstone because the sandstone looks like a little bit older, right? So you put it behind glass and there's just some walls there. And then over on this side, we've got wood products, same sort of thing. Even though it has the botanical wood, I thought putting the strip one beside it was kind of a cool little exhibit. And then we've got, you know, this is where you can see my creativity. You're like, it's a barrel. And that one's a chest. Oh, God. And then we have the item frames in an item frame. Can you see my panic? What about bamboo and strip bamboo? I was out. I didn't have them on hand. So like this was all of the wood that I had. And then I made a herringbone out of the only woods that I had left at this point, which was birch, oak, and spruce, because I had a bunch of these. And then similarly, because I had a bunch, I made, this is where I was literally out of ideas. I made an interactive exhibit out of pressure plates and doors. Oh, right. And I had enough left for buttons. Huh? And yeah, that's my last exhibit, the wood product exhibit. 14 out of 16 done. You know, all right, let's go clean up this other side real quick. You know, honestly, still very, very, very proud. I didn't get it finished, but based on how stoked people are in chat, I think you're all also okay with that, right? Or the last two planned rooms, mob drops and deep dark. Mob drops, I had no idea. Because there's not even anything you can put in armor stands. It would all just be item frames, right? Unless we wanted to very specifically, no, that's it. It would just be item frames. And that's one of those rooms that if I'd thought about a bit more, maybe would have combined into something. Ugh. All right, let's get down here. What is this? This is spruce. Spruce slab. Doke. That's oak. I need doke. Oak. Birch. Pick up the anvils in the hallway. Those are benches, so people can sit and rest. Where does moss go? Grass. That's glass. Grass. And now you're seeing a little peek behind the curtain in how much work and resources and organizing and reorganizing all of this went. Calcite. We got the mangrove now, which I'll put in the wood section, but I'll put a sign down for. Give it like a 92. Yeah, it was so close. I'd give myself about a 90% on this, if I'm honest. Yeah. I would agree with about a 90%. The areas that are done are excellent, but it's not done. And that's fine. You know what? I'm going to put down signs. I've decided. My brain won't allow me not to. Okay, what is this? Mud. Did I ever make mud boxes? No, I don't think I did. Spooky. For mob drops, you make a series of droppers that drops it with a push of a button, but then you're not displaying it, right? Then what you're doing is you're walking into a room that's full of droppers, which is, I think, less interesting because you're like, what am I looking at, right? What is this? This was misc green stuff. Yeah, maybe it becomes a different room. Redstone only has like 6 items in it. It's funny, you think of these categories as being so huge in terms of their impact, but when it comes time to actually display what they do, Trial Runes Chamber, maybe? Yeah, Trial Runes is just copper, but it could be. Yeah. Yeah, so again, like the ideas are there, but perhaps. So a cool thing for those of you who are like, man, what's going to happen to the museum now? Well, the cool thing is James loves the idea of trying to bring this with us in the future. Like, this is another example that people said could have been brought inside, is if we had brought these exhibits in, you know, the construction of the museum. So the goal is, when 1.21 comes out, we're going to make a brand new world. And James wants to bring the museum and make it spawn-ish, spawn adjacent, which is very cool and very flattering and something we've never done before. And what he'd like to do is, as part of like ongoing Minecraft seasons, we could collect all of the things that that come in new updates. Yeah, so you could do stuff with world edit. You could do stuff that, like, there are tools that allow you to do that. And it would be finding a seed that sort of accommodates that. So for example, if we go down here, we only used 2/3 of all the space, right? So we could go 1.21 items, 1.22 items, right? And like carry it forward for as long as we can continue to think it's interesting. And then it also gives, I don't know about y'all, me, an opportunity to maybe come back and finish it if we'd like, right? I could add the front yard. I could add some landscaping to it. Maybe. We'll see. Again, I think a break from this project will be good for that. Yeah, and then that way this doesn't just go away, because I know some of you expressed being kind of sad about that, to be like, man, you take all of this work and put it away. Could we add a canal? We'll put that on the maybe list. Hire groundskeeper Uno to do the yard? I think I'd want to do it myself. Right? Like, I've been... So, huge shout out to Joe, who did a tremendous amount of work in helping me, specifically on resource gathering. Like, I would just sit down and I would just, like, grind and be building stuff, and then she would be grabbing me stuff, because I did so much of this off camera. Mining sandstone, collecting sand, glass. At one point, to actually finish the build of this, we worked together, and she placed just nothing but smooth sandstone, and I placed everything else just to make our inventories better, or inventory accommodation better. Because again, with like the variety of block palette, the amount of time you spend flying back and forth just picking stuff up was kind of ridiculous. So I want to check in really quick. How you feeling about this whole thing? I feel good. I feel good about knowing my limits and ultimately stopping when I did. There's a little part of me that's just like, it would have been nice to have finished it. But when I look at the fact that, like, there was still terraforming to do at the back, there was the grounds to do, there was the front, and 2 other things, I'm just like, no. There's still probably easy 20 hours of work left to do on this. And knowing that I'd hit a wall and try not to push through it, I think was a very important recognition. Really wish you could explore it in your own Minecraft world. We've never done a world download. We talked about it a couple times, and the pickup was never quite there, so we just didn't do it. And I'm also glad we never did the Minecraft thing of blowing up our base at the end. I swear to God, if Uno and James had been like, and now we blow it up, I'd have quit. Right there, just done. I love this build. You've grown and learned so much. Yeah, like when we started at the beginning and we showed the Dwarven base, and then we showed this in comparison. And this is over a period of, again, when did Minecraft 1.19 come out? June 7th, 2022. So almost exactly 18 months. So over a period of 18 months of playing Minecraft pretty consistently, I think we took some small breaks. You could see where I started as a builder with that Dwarven base and to where we ended as a builder, which is here. And that's pretty cool. Just wondering that. Thanks for doing the tour. I was telling my partner about this museum last night and I had to run downstairs to show her the tour. Thank you so much, ProtoJ. Yeah. Thank you to everybody who's joined me for this. So yeah, it's kind of wild seeing things like massive projects in the past seem tiny when compared to projects like this, right? Wait, did this server start with 1.18? No, I believe it was 1.19. It started with the second part of the Caves and Cliffs update, where they changed the world generation, because 1.18 added Deep Slate, but didn't add the higher peaks, I believe. It started whenever the world generation got bigger. Wait, world gen was 1.18? Oh my god. So wait, maybe it was longer than that. Minecraft 1.18 release. Was 1.17 part 1? Completely overhauls the world generation. Okay, never mind. I'm full of lies. November 30th, 2021. Almost exactly 2 years. No, you're totally right. Yes, 119 added the Deep Dark, which was kind of unfortunate because if you go to Minecraft Biome Finder, so this is the seed of our world. And remember our Dwarven base and how cool it would have been to dig too deep and too greedy? So check this out. This is a world map, right? Everything is on a continent. If you're curious, the museum's on this little island here. The Mine O'Clock base is in a cherry biome that's like right up here in the mountains. If you do Minecraft seed map, I think. Same map. We're down to the southern tip here. Look at that. There's a ancient city here and here, which this is basically exactly where our Dwarven base is. So if we didn't have our base there, if we had started in 1.19, we literally could have dug too deep and too greedy as dwarves and hit an ancient city. Man. Oh well, that's fine. Yeah, we would have dug right into it. It's all good. All right, with that, let's say goodbye to Minecraft 1.20. We'll be back for 1.21. I have no idea what we're going to do then. Try to have fun. Try not to bite off more than we can chew. But yeah, let's look forward to it there, friends.